Hey, Jason here. So only a few days to go before the trial group starts. So that's pretty exciting. And earlier today, I shared just two little indicators that we'll be playing with in the group, which will be the shadow trading as well as the money trail. Now, I wanted to share with you one other thing that we will be doing in this group. So I'm just going to share my screen for a moment and just show you what that is going to look like. Okay, perfect. All right, so we're looking at an NQ and an MNQ chart. Now, this specific chart is a 16-tick chart, okay? And we've got 60 days loaded on the NQ. And the MNQ, we've got a 30 days loaded data. So those are the two charts. Now, this specific chart is a different type of a baseline strategy that's going to be applied to it. And the cool thing about this is that this is going to be automated, 100% automated. So I'm going to go ahead now and just add the strategies. And this strategy that you're seeing now, the DTB analytical baseline, is going to be provided just like this. It's going to have all the settings pre-put or pre-input, and all we basically have to do is click on enable and start. Well, enable, apply, and then OK. I'll do the same thing on the MNQ. So the good thing about this is, you know, for those that have smaller account balances, they can actually run the micro account with an automated strategy attached. And what the strategy is designed to do is designed to take trades during the day, but close at the end of each session. So there's no overnight positions. So this is one of the tools that we're going to have in our group. And what this is going to enable us to do is just to have these running in the background so you can actually see and monitor the performance of them over the 2-week period. And the great thing is, if you've got a computer that you can leave on, or you could just let this run in the background, this will just run 23 hours a day, 5 days a week. And as I mentioned, will actually exit on session close. So it'll be a good indication of what they're going to be doing during that period. So while the data is loading, I'll just give you a rundown of what the strategy does. So what happens in the markets, obviously you have all these waves that happen with price. So what this strategy does is it picks up a period of time. So it picks up a certain section of time and it sees what happens with price in that time and how much price is moving within a specific period. And based on that period, it creates baselines around that. So I can tell that during this period, yeah, for an example, if I can get my drawing tools to work. So a lot of bouncing around over there. Now what happens is it picks up this bouncing around and it picks up these sudden movements based on a certain amount of time, and it actually draws a baseline across. So you're more than likely going to see a baseline form over here. But that'll be explained when the strategy is actually, or it'll show when the strategy is actually loaded, because it's actually going to have paint bars on the screen, as well as just the trades that it's actually going to be executing. So there's a lot of hidden algorithms behind this strategy, obviously. But the gist of it is that it picks up market conditions. It works out when the algorithms are executing a lot of trades, and it creates a baseline. So it basically is going to trade from that baseline in whichever direction that baseline takes off, the price takes off from that baseline. So it's busy just calculating now. So it would be, there we go. So this is basically the history of this. So currently it will be in a sell position. Okay. And it's got a start and a pause button. So the good thing is if you can start the strategy and then you can pause it when you're happy with the results, and then you can start it again if you don't want to let it run. So that's what it does. It basically enters position, and you're gonna have a fair majority of positions actually losing positions when the price bounces around. But then the benefit is you're going to have these long positions where the price runs. So, for example, on the 5th of April, just after market open, it took the signal from the previous day and it did a sell order, because that was the last position, was a sell. So it sold. And then as soon as it picked up this movement and it created this baseline, the sell order changed to a buy order, and that buy order ran for most of that day. Actually, it actually ran all the way to session close. So that was a really good indication of a long position just running. And the same thing happens all the time. So you're going to have positions that run for extensive periods of time. Okay. And it's going to be picking up the price trading around the baseline. So it's going to create this baseline, and then it's going to react to that. Okay, so as an example, so right now, like I mentioned, we're in a sell position. Okay, so basically earlier today, that was the signal to sell, and that would have been the price it sold at. So 8022. So if I go look at the performance of the strategy over the last 60 days, so even though it has a low percentage profitable, so out of 372 positions, 92 were profitable and 280 were not. So that's what happens when the price bounces around. You have a few trades in a row, consecutive trades actually lose. But when the trades take on a long direction, those are the ones that make up all the losses. So that is a bit of analysis of the trading period. So 10th of February all the way until, okay, so I'm coming all on one page. So 10th of February, I'll go to the 10th of March. Yeah, so 10th of February to 10th of March, and then from 10th of March to 6th of April. So that is the whole record of positions that the strategy picked up in the last month. Now, if I obviously change that to weekly, it's going to bring up the weekly returns. So 4,500 the first week, 3,000 lost the second, and then so on and so forth. Now, viewing the trades. So that is the history of the trade and how many bars though that price moved before that trade exited. So we like I said, we do have a long run of losing positions, but the winning positions basically covered that quite well. We even had $11,000 trade, just one specific trade opening. Yeah. We've had some large losing trades, like 6,500. So that's a good history of this strategy in action and what it does. So that is pretty impressive. So that's two 2 months of data and on one lot per trade. Okay, so that's that one. Now let's see if the micro one has loaded. There we go. So a similar thing there. Now the micro bars react slightly different to the mini bars, just because the data in those bars are different, but it's still going to pick up similar positions. So with this one specifically, if I go to the performance of this one, so we're looking over a 30-day period. There were 347 positions, 67 profitable and 280 losing, with an average trade of $16. So over the last 30 days, that has been, that has been the, so basically the 8th of March to the 6th of April. All the trades per day, these are per day, and the net profit per day. All right, so that's just a rundown on that. And this is a cool tool that we're going to be running during the trial. So we're going to have these running in the background, and we're going to have all the members of the group comment on their profits and losses for each trading day, which is going to be a separate thread running in that group. So a really cool way to test a few things. We really want to test quite a few things during this trial period. And this is going to be one of the exciting things that a lot of people are going to really enjoy. All right, so there we go. So I'll pop this video in, and in the next few days, I'll start adding members. There's going to be a little document just to complete so that I can register you for the trial group. So just stay active on the Facebook page, or stay subscribed to it. And then I'll be contacting you through there and letting you know what is next for you guys. Okay, thank you very much, and chat soon. Cheers.